Hello world and welcome to my first drag makeup tutorial. Now I'm no professional in this field, but I developed this look that matches my bone structure and is relatively simple to make. So I'm ready to share it with you. The most important part of any heavy-duty makeup is the base, which is why you want to prep your skin with some moisturizer and primer, so that foundation sticks to your skin like a velcro to a sweater. I'm using Krylon cream paints for all of my colored bases. It's a slow process of building up layers and layers to create a solid color, so you have to be patient and attentive to all of the creases and angles of the body, such as nose, ears, and jawline, so that the base is not patchy. Make sure to go over them a couple times, because sometimes these spots are hard to see. When the red is packed, I take clown white to do my highlights in the cheeks, forehead, and chin. Why do I recommend to start with a red base? I tried using white and then packing red cream color on top and figured out that the same color saturation is just simply impossible. It's hard to blend, and the layer of foundation is too thick and gets picked up by a brush even when set. As you can see, I like to do my nose contour with a sponge too. This is because the long part when squeezed creates a straight line and makes for a straighter white stripe. Many people like to use brushes, but I found this way more comfortable and fast. Now the most important part of the base is powdering. I like to bake my highlighted places first by gently pressing powder into the skin with a beauty blender, as there's a thick layer of paint. Then I go over the face with a big brush. You want your face to be completely dry and even chalky, as that assures smooth blending of the shadows. As you've probably noticed, for this look, I'm not covering my brows, which makes it 10 times easier. I take the deepest, darkest black that I own and contour the natural shape of my eyebrow, creating a soft arch. Then I naturally go lower and flick right up to create a wing shape. So here we try to mimic our natural eye shape, just above the eye. Then I take deep red color and start blending it into the black, creating a monochromatic gradient to my skin. After red, I go with some orange and with a fluffier brush blend it upwards into the skin, going lighter with each layer. I wouldn't recommend choosing colors much different to a skin tone at this stage, because it makes the blending muddy and the color will not be saturated. Where it can be cool to introduce a contrasting color is in the crease, which we are creating with the same clown white base. The best brush to use for this step is a smooth synthetic flat brush, as it's good at creating sharp edges. We follow the same shape created by black eyeshadow and then sharpen it, make it appear even. In the inner corner of the eye, I like to draw a bean shape to define my new socket. In the outer corner, I do a wing that would later help us create the eyeliner. The eyeliner is simple as it just connects the dots we have already created. I pull from the end of the white line to the outer corner of the eye, and in the inner corner create a sharp triangle connecting the bean shape and the lower lash line. It's best to use liquid liner. You create a crispier outline and then fill in with gel liner or a cheaper liquid eyeliner, as it might get dirty after coloring the whole eyelid on top of white base. A difficult moment that requires a lot of precision is sculpting a new lower lash line. The line should be organic and yet more or less parallel to the top liner. Any inconsistencies in the thickness can be covered with a shading later, but the beginning and the end should be on point. As we did with the eyebrows, we pack some heavy black to blend with the eyeliner, and then start diffusing it with red to match the skin tone. Optionally, you could color the space in between the line and the waterline with white, or color in just the wing segment, as I did. Now it's time to bump up the contrast, and I'm taking the red and orange we used for the eyes both on the brush and start contouring the face. Neutral white highlighter from Anastasia's Moonchild palette is a great choice for the look, but you could add something blue toned or golden to adapt the look for your needs. To spice things up, I mix up glitter primer with blinding sparkle pigment from Sample Beauty and pack it into my inner corner that I just drew. For the lipstick, I took a universal cream product from Kriguna Cosmetics in color Mandarin, which would serve us as a nude lip. Now it's time for a lash, which is always tying a drag look together. And we're ready to set! So here is my final look. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it maybe was useful for you. And thank you so much for watching. If you are going to recreate this look, or if you will be inspired by this look, please send me pictures. I'm gonna be super happy to see it. And don't forget to subscribe to my Instagram and my YouTube channel, and see you next time. Bye! So, now that the basic look is done, we can put any imaginable additions to it to make it more complex. I wanted to show how simple shapes can transform an image and make it more interesting. For the bigger circles, I used a flat brush with a rounded tip. For medium ones, a stick with a flat end. Some chopsticks or pencil have it. For the smallest ones, I used the tip of the pencil, which I dipped into paint. So here I tried to create a dotted gradient from the lips up to the nose. But then I just kind of went overboard and started an alien leopard transformation or something. But it still looks great. A lot of my successful looks are spontaneous, so don't be afraid to try out weird combinations. But do photograph it every step of the way, just in case it all goes wrong after. Believe me, it happened to me numerous times and I didn't have any evidence of the actual successful look that it was in the beginning. That's a piece of advice acquired from personal practice for you. For a final oomph, I decided to add some white highlights as if they were not spots but bubbles, which transformed my look once more. Again, I hope you liked the final outcome and I managed to encourage you to try something similar at home. I promise, it's very fun. See you next time!